Check out the bundle of holding for August 2019, Darkfast Dungeons and Save the Day. 10% of your payment goes to this offer's designated charity, Ocean Conservancy. Hi there, I'm David Oka from Oka Arts Games, and I'm doing a demo of the Darkfast Dungeons basic rules. This is the tabletop print and play game that you can play, and it's featured on the bundle of holding this month. So August 2019. So if you're interested, this is how it plays. I'm going to do a quick solo game. You can play anywhere between 1 to 6 players. I think it's more fun when you got a lot of players playing, but sometimes you don't have everybody available. So this is what it's like as a solo game. The dog, I have a dog, and he's probably going to bark because there's noises outside and cars going by, and you know how it is with dogs, right? So I'm going to just basically go through what our game's going to be. In the game itself, there's a lot of different missions. We're going to go and focus on the most basic mission, which is the dungeon crawl, the crawl. So with the crawl, there are 12 tiles that are activated, and essentially you are exploring a dungeon for some reason. That can kind of be figured out as you go, but that's the basic gist of things. Why not? So this is the default mission of the Darkfast Dungeons game. The characters must explore the 12 game tiles, including the starting tile. The dungeon spreads across the table randomly, and the tile exits are not played. They're considered cave-ins, walled up, or dead ends. The last tile encountered will automatically have a boss-level opponent in addition to any other tile activation roll. Okay? So, if I can basically get things set up here. Hey, Ollie, come here. That's my dog. Okay, so let's make a character. So the basic idea is to basically have some player cards. There's talents, traps, wild cards, miracles, spells, events, treasures, gear, and dark secrets. You can use tables in the game, or you can use the cards. I like using the cards. I find it adds a lot of visceral element to it, and you can see it. So I think that's probably where we're going to go. So I'm going to pick a character. Okay. Oh, your basic fighter. So there you go, I'm a fighter. This Dungeon Delver fighter is armed with a heavy sword, carries a shield, and is wearing heavy plate armor. I choose one dark secret card, so let's choose a dark secret card. Hey, magical item acquisition. You must acquire at least one magic item from another player or ally, and return it to the starting point before the end of the game. Now, because I'm doing a solo game, it just means I have to get a magic item in order to be as successful. It doesn't mean that I can't win if I don't do that, but that is my motivation. So I guess that's why I'm in the dungeon, because that's where they have magic items. Or maybe this is where the magic item is fabled to be. Okay? Class talents. Okay, every fighter has counterattack, and that's a great attack. Or sorry, a great talent to have, because counterattack lets you get a bonus attack if the opponent misses you. And that's all figured out in the dice roll. And I'll show you how to do that. And I get 2 more talent cards. So I have... Oh, multiple strikes and elusive. Awesome. Okay. So following a strike that hits, this figure may keep attacking, including new targets for every -1 for every target after the first. Once the multiple strikes miss, you have to stop. You can't keep attacking. But you can only attack up to your ability. So I only really get 2 extra attacks if I can get them. Okay? So that's me. Let's finish this up. I get a hero point. This lets me add 3 points to any roll, defensive or offensive, or ability check. Also, it also cancels out the effects of critical hits or fumbles. I also get a torch because it's dark down there, and you have to elect who's the torch bearer. Now, some characters can see in the dark, like dwarves and elves, but not everybody can, so I need a torch or else I'm acting at a negative. I also have health points. I have 6, so I'm going to take 6 of these points here. So there's, say, 2 on this one and 1's on the others. I like having small numbers so that I can whittle them away. Hopefully it won't just be a big attack on me. That wipes me out. Oh, and the other thing you need is a miniature, and I have that. Now, you can use regular 3D miniatures if you, spend a lot of money on bones and didn't paint them, like me. Or you can use the two-dimensional, see, they're two-dimensional out-of-focus figures there, which I have right there. There he is. That's the fighter. So let's get this dungeon going, shall we? Easy peasy. Solo play is kind of like making up a dungeon for somebody, but you're the one playing it. So it's kind of a treat. So let's do this. Okay. All right, I'm looking for magic items. So let's have a spot on the table. Let's have a spot on the table where you can put the first tile. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a tile and, oh, there's a straightaway. I'm going to have it go across like that so that I have to explore. The dungeon builds on the tabletop as you go, so we'll play it that way. Okay? And I'm coming in down on the tile at the spawning point. You'll notice that the tiles have these little markers, and those markers are those little special things, like in this case a pile of bones. That is where the spawning point is. So to get started, I'm at the spawning point, and I have to encounter that first tile. So I'm going to activate. How do we go? Well, usually we do the heroes first, and then the monsters, or the dungeon. So heroes always get that advantage. So I activate. You roll a d6. I got a 2. If I had rolled a 1, I'd be rushed, and every actions would be at a -1, and I could only move 1 unless I ran. If I rolled a 6, it means that I'm at an advantage. So I could do 2 different attacks or 2 different actions with no modifier, or I can do 1 action at +1. That's how that works. But I rolled a 2, so the tile rolls a 4. It's a 4. So what's in the tile? Well, let's find my tile activation sheet on page A6 here. A 4 means an opponent. So I crawl in, and there's an opponent there. Great. It is an orc fighter. Standard old piggy orc, too. Now, because I'm starting off on the tile here, he appears 1 square away from me and a random point. So I'm going to start here with a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's right behind me. So there's an orc. And that's great. So the orc itself doesn't get to go yet. I activated at a 2. So that means that I have basically 2 points. I can turn. So basically, I crawl into this space, hear this heavy breathing behind me, and I'm going to stab. I'm Stabby McStabster. I'm a murder hobo. Here we go. An attack. I got a 3. 3, 4, 5 is my total. Now, don't forget I have multiple strikes if I do hit. He has a defense of +1. So 2, 3, 5, 8. Okay, well that's not good. So I rolled 3, 4, 5 against 8. That's a 3-point difference. This guy has counterattack, like I do, which means that he hits me for 3 points because he ended up with an 8. 3 points of damage, but he gets +2 on his damage. So 5 points of damage I take. Luckily, I have 3 points of armor, so I'm down to 2. So I lose 2 points of damage. Bam, that was fast. This will be a quick dungeon. I went to swing, but he got to me before I could do anything really, I guess. So as I swung, he probably saw an opening and hit me with a club. Whack, 2 points of damage, just like that. Now it's my turn. Now it's the orc's turn, because that was a counterattack. That was an attack of opportunity. The orc activates at a 2. So he swings his club at me to +4. So 4, 5, 6. And my defense, I have +2 because I have 1 for my shield and 1 for elusive. So I start with a 4. I rolled a 1, so 5. So that means he hits me with 1. 3 extra points of damage, but I have 3 points of armor. So clang, hits me on the helmet. I hear a ringing in my ears, but that's about it. Lucky me. Okay, so here we go. I'm a fighter. I have 2. I'm going to attack again. Yeah. I can't run away because he can counterattack. So I attack, activate, activation of a 5. So it means that I could run 5 if I tried, or I could attack. I'm going to attack. I rolled a 6. Perfect. And his defensive roll is a 4. Okay. So 6, 7, 8. I got 8 and 4, 5, 6, 7. I hit by 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. That doesn't do anything because he has 3 points of armor, just like me. So clang. The sword slices across his chest, but his scale mail protects him. And now I can multiple strike. So my second attack is at a -1. I got a 4, 5, 6. So 5 because it's at a -1. And his defensive roll is 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no! Hey, he's got a bonus there. So 3, 6. He succeeds by 1 more than my attack. So he counterattacks for 3 points of damage. Again, my armor takes it. And that was a miss, so I can't keep multiple attacking. Now it's up to the orc. He gets a 1, a rushed attack. So his rushed attack is a 4, and my defense is a 2. So he attacks with a 6, and I defend with a 6. So I have 4, 5, 6. So I lift my shield up, and he clangs it on the shield. Now it's my activation. This is fast and furious here. My activation's a 4, so no modifiers. Oh, I got a 6 to attack. So on my 6 here, his defensive roll. So my total here is 6, 7, 8. His defensive roll is a 4, 5, 6, 7. I hit him with 1, 3. Ooh, man, his armor. This guy is like a good match. We're pretty much evenly matched here. So now it's his turn. A 2. He attacks me. 2. A 1. My defense. A 6. That's a fumble. But it's also counterattack, right? So he attacked. Oh, that's a fumble, and usually that means his mace shatters. But because I have counterattack, that's a critical hit against him. He doesn't have any hero points, so let's calculate it. Let's see what happened. He got a 3 total, and I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 versus 3 is 7. 7 points of damage, plus 2 for my sword, 9. Doubled, so I slice his head off, 18. Take 3 points off, 15 points of damage. He is toast. Boom. He's just gone. He's an X orc. That was an amazing maneuver. Whatever happened there, my fighter just takes him out. That being said, my fighter's hurt. And he's breathing heavy and leaning up against the wall and catching his breath. But holy cow! Now, there's always people say, hey, "Can I reloot the body?" Well, I generally don't do that. However, there is an optional rule. You know how you have house rules? I have a house rule that if I roll a 1, he actually has something. So a 4, no gear. So there you go. So he's got a broken mace and some armor, but that's about it. So I'm going to continue. Remember, I need 12 tiles here. This is tile 1. Activation of a 4. 1. And I got 3 left. Let's see. What's this next tile? Let's find out. Let's go back to dungeon view. So I can get rid of that guy. Next tile looks like And you'll notice as you're playing here, you're basically building a dungeon as you go. So it does work well for solo play. Oh, look at that. There's a corner coming up. I have 3 points left over from the 4. So I can see the shape of this, especially with my torch, but I can't see what's in there. So I have to go in to activate. So that leaves me with 2 points left over. And I activate the tile. 1. 1 means nothing. There's nothing in this tile. So I got 2 more points. 1, 2. I will activate this. Oh, it's a straightaway. Let's move this over so we can build the dungeon. So with my torch, I'm shining down this hallway here. I don't know what's in there yet. I can't find out until next turn. Normally, you won't need this in a solo play, but I got little question marks for rooms that haven't been explored yet. So that's how I know that they're unexplored. Next turn, there's no bad guys activating. That guy's gone. Also, I'm going to leave the bad guys lying there just so I know. He activates at a 1. So very cautiously, he steps in, and the room is a 5, which means an opponent. Flying fiends. Oh no, these are a strange mix of bat and fish. These creatures are always found in pairs, hungrily biting their targets. I didn't think about this in solo play, but these guys are bad news in solo play. So there's 1. And 1, so they're going to appear in one of the squares next to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 right behind them. There's another one. So these flying fiends are basically fluttering from the ceiling down into the room, and my fighter has now entered combat, essentially. So the flying fiends are challenging me. So I stepped in, and now it's the fiends' turn, or it's the dungeon's turn. So the fiends activate at a 2. So this guy goes 1, and he can attack at -1, but because this guy's also attacking me, it cancels out his bonus. So this guy, or his negative, this guy is attacking with a 2 at me. It's a normal attack. His attack is a 5. My defense is a 1. So this could be a short dungeon. So the flying fiend bites me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because I got a favorite attack, of course. 10. And I got 2, 3, 4, 5. So the difference of 5. And he has +1 damage because those things bite. So difference of 5, 6 points of damage. I've got 3 defense. And I have 4 points left. Attacking at 10. And I roll 5. 5, 6 points of damage. 3 points get through. So I lose, out of the 4 I have left, I lose 3. That's more than half of what I have left, so I have to roll. This is an ability check. I rolled a 6, luckily. A 6 plus 2 is 8, and I needed to get a total of 6 to not pass out. So I'm okay, but I'm down to 1 health point. I might have to get out of here. I might have to run away. I don't think these guys have counterattacks, so I might just try to get to the starting point and just try to save my life and not have to worry about a magic item acquisition. So the other guy, he attacks with a 6. No modifier, no negative modifier because I'm being flanked. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I got 2, 3, 4. My defense for 8. So 8, 3 points of damage, 4 points of damage. I lose my last point of damage. I'm going to use my hero point. I'm using my hero point to add 3 to my roll. So 4, oh my god, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had to use my hero point. So he got 3, 4, 5, plus 6 is 11. I got 4, 8, which isn't enough, 9, 10, 11 because I spent my hero point, which means he didn't bite me. Okay. These things also have multiple strikes. I forgot. He's got multiple strikes, so let's see what happens with his multiple strike. Second attack, 5. He got a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. -1, because it's a second attack, so 9. My defensive roll is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a difference of 2, so he hit me for 2 points. +1, 3 points of damage. I've got 3 points of armor, so I survived that one. All right, so back to my turn. I am hurt. That bites. So I activated a 5. I'm going to get out of here with my life. I don't care about magic items. These guys can't do a free attack on me. So let's see what happens. Okay. I got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get to the spawning point. I am out of here. Okay. So that's that. So that was painful. I was defeated. So essentially I lose. But it's a game, and it's pretty much what you get. So that's about a 15-20 minute sample game here. 3 tiles out of the 12 in a standard dungeon crawl, and I didn't meet the boss. It's difficult with solo play because you do have multiple opponents sometimes, and you do have that sort of thing. But I love it. I think it's so much fun, and it really brings back a lot of good memories of playing original dungeon crawl games that I used to play back when I was a teenager. So that's it. That's Darkfast Dungeons. I hope you enjoyed the demo, and try to look for the bundle of holding. If it's August 2019, you're going to be able to find it at Bundle of Holding, and look for Okamart's Darkfast. Okay, I will talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.